Morning. Ready to roll. Put the comment in there. Get started with these morning studies. There we go. Some more Joker today. We got 8586, which I forgot to write up there. Five, 6, means we got 14 left. So including today, 7 days or 6 days if you don't include today. Of the 100 film studies. So it gives it a little bit narrower. Okay with. Funny how puffy this paper has gotten. Because I am drawing on both sides, and so kind of warps them both. Our little dynamic grid up here. Alright, there we go. Grab my mug. Alright. Got him sitting at the table here, doing his makeup. see. Right there, hold there. Good morning. So this actually should be scooted over here. Actually, probably goes all the way to the end. Explain why this will be over here a little bit more. Alright. On the rough end, I think we'll go the one where he's making a face. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I think that's enough roughing in. Let's get the inks out, huh? All right. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Coming in. Let's see. Let's see. These are at. Let's keep going here. Let's do the brushing in there just so I don't forget what we got. Good morning. Oh, good morning. See somebody over there on the Twitch side. I don't know why it's not showing up over here. Let me double check. It says it's active. Somewhere on Twitch. No, YouTube. That's weird. Interesting. I'm doing good. Let's try that. That's weird. Maybe I just have to restart the other thing. Anyway, yeah, doing good. Assuming you're still there. Alright. I got a bot over on Twitch for some reason. Delete that. Second, we'll get this roughed in here. Uh, this is going to be dark. Yeah, scrap that guy. I am using Joker. There you go. Some more Joker. So this is a Joker page we're working off here. So here he is making a frown face while he's putting on his makeup. Good morning. I don't know what that means. Sorry about that. Hello, good day. That one I do. Let's see. we're doing film studies from the Joker today. I've been doing film studies for the last while, doing 100 of them. We're at 87 and 88 today. So that's what we're drawing. Over there. I have to check over to the side now to see what the chat's saying. For the other things. For some reason it's not showing up on my Mac in front of me. The streaming computer. Don't tell me why this isn't so. Hello, Pakistan. Oh, thank you for coming in. This is just my morning study routine. So take from that what you will. I'm doing some studies from film stills. This is the Joker. Let's see, we got some tone up there. All right, let's get the brush out and fill that in. And then we can start breaking out the light. And welcome aboard. Yeah, the point of these just is to keep them quick, and I'm really kind of mostly looking at the composition as it relates to light and dark shapes. Simplify. It's a brown toned paper. Just a sketchbook. Let's see if I can see the cover from here. Yeah. Just one of these. It's got the cowboy on there from Scott Burdick. Tone tan. They come in this color, and then they come in gray. I like the tan one though more usually. but it's not very heavy duty paper. Like drawing on both sides, and it warps it pretty good. But it's fine for what I'm doing here, just studies. Good morning. Yeah. So yeah, Brian, the tone paper thing is nice to work on. Um, and then yeah, it's great way of kind of setting up a three value notan. So notan is a Japanese word. It means kind of light dark or positive negative. And the idea behind it is you use, without using any outlines, you define three value shapes and how they interlock with each other as a way of uh, showing the composition, even though you aren't really putting in any detail. Um, and it's a very smart way of thinking. You can do it with two values too. There's an assortment of different ways that this can be done. But it's helpful for kind of learning to organize light and shadow in a way that shows what's happening um, before any real detail has been considered. So it's definitely, very highly recommended study approach to your work. The two value thing is great too. If you can start with that, just like what is the light, what is the dark, and how do they intersect, and make them work with just two. Um, but it's definitely a challenge, and I always learn a lot doing it, or see more possibility when I'm doing it. Try to apply it when I'm working on my other projects. Like yesterday, I was working on some roughs for some comic pages I want to do, and was definitely thinking about this stuff while I was working on it. And how am I developing my silhouettes? How do they work with each other? Because staging light is really, really important. I posted a Mead Schaefer illustration in my stories yesterday. It's a classic one where it's like a guy in a big fur coat and a lady in a fur coat and a guy and a driver putting him in a car. And it's really a master class in staging your lights in a way that conveys the story, the mood, the roles of all the characters in the story. And it was funny, I posted that in one of our student discords from my university. And one professor's reaction was like, well, how does this relate to marketing, art direction, and website building? And I'm like, it doesn't. It's like, what are you even talking about? It's like it has nothing to do with any of those things. So why put it on any of those things? Like he's like, well, it seems like it's more for like book covers or painting or fine art. I'm like, and yes. So what? It's a concept design forum. It's not a website design Discord. It's just for talking about the visual development stuff, and it relates really heavily to some of the key art pieces they do later in this semester. Which is why I put it there. It literally makes no sense. Um, Completely confusing. I had no idea why he was commenting on it that way or what it had to do with anything. Um, it's like, probably should never comment on it. I commented on this guy's YouTube video yesterday. Because well, I think it was the day before yesterday, maybe. But he had reviewing the Samurai Jack and the ending of it. The original, the ending of season 5 that they did a number of years ago, and his interpretation of it was just terrible. At the very end, he's like, "Yeah, and the butterfly, not the butterfly, the ladybug that he." Lands on his finger at the very end of the show. That symbolized all the robots he had killed. And I was like, wait, what? It's like that was a symbol of the life that inspired Ashi, the girl he met that he converted away from the evil that is Aku. And so I just put that in the comments. That doesn't make any sense. Like, obviously, it's other things like, well, you can interpret it many ways. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure there's just the one way to interpret that story. If anything else is you're just making up nonsense. I don't know, there's like the infection of postmodernism on everybody. But that was like one of the most nonsensical interpretations. And then his response was like even worse. Like, it didn't even make sense. It wasn't mysterious or vague or a hidden meaning. It was just like right there on the surface. There wasn't anything to really even guess at in terms of the story. But I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to people who don't have a basic understanding of things around me all the time. I mean, it was pretty straightforward in the show. But I don't know. Didn't seem like it was that opaque to me. Let's say Tuesday, so I think we've got enough of these left to work on through this Monday next week, based off of where I'm at right now. This is 87 and 88. And I'm going to add a little more shadow in that bottom one. Just put the lines on there. 87. 88. I'm just like, I keep feel like I'm bumping into like all kinds of weird arguments lately, and I don't understand why. I don't know if it's just people like overestimating their understanding of something. It's like I feel like when usually if I feel like I don't understand, the subject of a conversation or what people are trying to accomplish, like that's usually a cue for me to like just ask better questions or listen at the very least. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. But you haven't seen that Mead Schaefer one. It's a classic one. I just stuck it in my story there. It's a fantastic little dramatic night scene. Wonderful kind of arrangement of shape and used to convey a story. All right, there we go. That's better. Fuzz up this little edge here. There we go. So yeah, there's 87 and 88 done. And now I'm gonna move on to the next thing, and then the thing after that. Hopefully, get a ton of stuff done today. It's a little blown out on the monitor up there. I wonder why. I need to turn off this. Let's see what happens if I hit the. That's a little better. Touch contrast. That was a little blown out. That's much better. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody that came in. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to y'all later.